For some newcomers, if you're from a very different background or hold more liberal views or value high levels of visible diversity, certain areas here might feel different. Is North Idaho really as safe as the postcards make it look? Let's take a look beyond the pretty pictures to find out the truth. If you are thinking about moving to North Idaho but worried about safety, watch this before you pack your bags. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel, please go ahead and subscribe below, tap the bell so you can be notified every time we talk about anything going on here in the North Idaho area. Hi, my name is Reed Wilson. I'm with Revealing North Idaho. Been born and raised here in the Idaho area, 20 years as a real estate agent here in Idaho, and been living here in the North Idaho area for about the last 10 years. So we're going to talk a little bit about North Idaho safety. You might hear North Idaho is one of the safest places around. In many ways, that's true. There are a few things they don't tell you. Let's dive into point number one. Everyone talks about how safe North Idaho is. And yeah, when you look at the violent crime statistics and the numbers compared to major cities, it's generally much lower. You're not facing the same levels of serious crime you're seeing in places like LA, Chicago, or New York. That part of the safe picture is true. But here's the deal. Low crime isn't no crime. Property crime is still a thing. Think car prowls, packages swiped off porches, even burglaries. This stuff happens especially in the more popular areas like Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint. And yeah, and when there's more tourists around. It's not just some crime-free utopia, and pretending it is actually what makes you less safe. The real danger in this section is getting complacent. Basic stuff still matters. Lock your car. Bring in your packages fast. Keep your doors locked. The vibe is generally safer, but you still got to keep your head on a swivel and lock your stuff up, period. Point number two, and this is a big one. If you're not used to living rural, wildlife encounters are just part of the deal here. North Idaho is gorgeous because it's wild, but wild means you are sharing your space with animals way bigger and potentially a lot more dangerous than like a city rat. We're not just talking about cute deer in the yard, although that happens. There's a lot of them. You've got elk, moose, yeah, and black bears, pretty common. Grizzly bears are around too, especially the further north and east you go. Though seeing one right here in town is going to be super rare. Mountain lions are here too. Even smaller stuff like aggressive coyotes can be an issue. Run into a bear on a trail or a moose on the road, it happens, and it's not an everyday thing for most people, but the possibility is real. This can be flat out scary if you've never dealt with large wildlife. Being safe means being wildlife smart. Lock up anything that smells good, garbage, pet foods. Be loud on trails. Know what to do if you see a bear. Usually that is not running. In some areas, carrying bear spray is just the common sense. You're in their house now. Gotta act accordingly. Thinking about relocating to the North Idaho area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a whole lot more information of things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. That's right, it's 100% free. Just click the link in the description below or the top pinned comment. Hope this helps. Point number three, and if you're dreaming of that cabin in the woods or the off-grid, something back in the deep woods, you have to talk about emergency services. North Idaho has huge stretches of basically nowhere. And that isolation is double-edged sword. It's peaceful, yeah, but it also means you're a long ways from help if things go sideways. Medical emergencies, fire, anything else goes wrong, do not expect a siren there in 5 minutes like you might get in the city. Response time out in the sticks can be serious long, and we're talking potentially an hour or more, depending on how remote you are and the road conditions. And forget relying on your cell phone. In huge parts of North Idaho, you have zero no zip, not a bars. You can't just call 911 from anywhere. This isn't a crime thing, it's a reality thing. Being safe out here requires a different mindset. You got to be self-sufficient. That means having solid emergency plans. Maybe investing in a satellite communications if you're really off-grid, and being able to handle smaller emergencies yourself while you wait for help. It's being prepared or potentially being in a lot of trouble. Point number 4, and listen up because this affects you almost every single day. Driving here is different, especially if you're coming from warmer climates or flat areas. You need to respect from late fall through the spring, you're dealing with snow, ice, and slush. The roads aren't always straight and flat. They're winding, hilly, and sometimes narrow. Throw in ice and limited visibility, and suddenly your normal commute becomes significantly sketchier. Road closures happen. Delays are very common. You absolutely need the right vehicle. Ideally, something with 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and you need the right tires. You may want good snow tires, maybe even studded tires, depending on where and how much you drive. Knowing how to drive on snow and ice is essential, and watch out for wildlife too. Hitting a deer or an elk is a great way to ruin your day and your car. Point number 5 is different. It's not about physical safety, wildlife attacks, or car crashes. It's about feeling socially and culturally safe. And for some people, depending on where you're coming from, this can be a bit of a hurdle in parts of North Idaho. Look, North Idaho is not one single thing. There are a lot of diverse people and communities here, but speaking generally, especially outside of the bigger towns, the dominant culture is pretty conservative and less diverse in many urban and suburban areas around the country. For some newcomers, if you're from a very different background or hold more liberal views or value high levels of visible diversity, certain areas here might feel different. You might feel like an outsider. Historically, there have been issues with extremist groups in the region, and while local communities have really pushed back hard against that, the perception and the underlying very traditional culture in some pockets can be a factor. This isn't about saying it's dangerous in a crime sense. It's about your comfort level with the prevailing social climate. Are you prepared for a less outwardly diverse community? Are you comfortable navigating potentially different viewpoints on social or political issues? For some, this is a non-issue. They fit right in and find their people. For others, it's a real adjustment and something that impacts their sense of belonging and ease into the community. It's something you need to be honest with yourself about and consider for yourself. Look, is North Idaho safe? Yeah, mostly in a lot of ways. Like we talked about, violent crime isn't a big issue as it is in the major cities, but hopefully this video showed you that safety is more than just crime stats. We talked about sharing space with some serious wildlife, the reality of being far from help if you're out in a remote area, the challenges of driving here, especially in the winter, and social and culture vibe that's a real factor for fitting in and feeling comfortable. My point here isn't to scare you off, not at all. It's about giving you the full picture. Safe is subjective. What feels safe to someone who grew up hunting and is used to being self-sufficient in the background is going to be totally different from somebody who's lived their whole life in a bustling, diverse, highly serviced city. So before you make a move, do your homework, think about some of these different layers of safety, visit in different seasons, explore the specific areas you're interested in. Are you comfortable with the wildlife? The potential emergency response times. Can you handle the winter driving? How do you feel about community culture and how you might fit in? North Idaho is an incredible place for a lot of reasons. Just go into it with your eyes wide open, understanding all the facets of what safe really means here. Be prepared for the realities, respect the environment, and make informed decisions that's right for you. That's the real key to being safe and happy anywhere you go. Hey, be sure and download my free relocation guide in the comments below. Give us a call, shoot us a text. Me and my team, we're never too busy for you. Whether you're looking at making a move in the next 2 weeks or 2 years, we'll be here and we want to help make your move to North Idaho a smooth transition. We'll see you on the next video.